Oh shit. Sorry. I got this thing the wrong way. What's up? See if I can turn this around without stopping the video. There. Hang on. Blowing it. There. You know who? The weird guy here. That was rough. Happy Thursday, everybody. Bill here, down here at Mouse Square Park. Just finished a 4-mile run in 47 minutes. So we're back to my pace, my good pace. So that's cool. It's a nice day out here. The weather's perfect. Got some cloud cover here, keeping it nice and chill. And the sun was peeking through earlier, but it looks like the overcast is going to start taking over now. It's my Saturday right now. Yay! But I really don't have anything planned for tonight. I have no idea what I want to do. I'd like to do something outside of the freaking pad though, because you know, lonely guy. I feel pathetic, but I think it's pretty common these days for people to be alone a lot, and especially older people like myself, 100 years old. You know, just kidding. I'll be 55 this year, so I'm getting up there. I keep saying that, I know, but it's freaking me out, man. You know, I thought it was heavy turning 50. Shit, I'm gonna be halfway to 60, man. Man, oh man. And you know what? Being out here running, you know, at 50, I'm just gonna say 55 because I'm more towards 55. Just gonna round it up. Out here running, I feel like I'm 55, man. I mean, that was only 4 miles and it just felt rough, and it's not like hot out today or nothing. But you know, I did also earlier today, I took a 15-mile bicycle ride, so you know, I did get some good working out, some good cardio in today. But I did feel heavy. I got my new shoes. I got these Asics. Really nice. They definitely made a difference in how it felt when I was running. But pretty nice shoes, I must say. Got a good deal on them on Amazon. I was using my my Amazon points, so I got them for like shit, 30 bucks, okay? And they're like $100 shoes. I used my my points, so that's the cool thing about, you know, when I make purchases on Amazon, I get points, and that's what I use to make more purchases on Amazon. So it's a pretty cool deal. Amazon hooks it up. It's hard to beat them. I mean, I ordered these same brand Asics, different pair, but they were a little bit too small, so I just took them back, and no questions asked. Ordered the next pair, next size up, but wide. No, actually it was only a half size up, but the wide version, and they fit perfect. And man, what a difference between these and the no-name El Cheapo Amazon brand. No comparison, man. These are nice. Made a big difference. Brought my running time back to where I needed it. So I think those cheap shoes were definitely kind of holding me back a little bit, making it a little bit harder to run. So shoes definitely make a difference, and these Asics were recommended to me by the Buff Alien, my brother from another mother. I got two brothers from another mother, Steven and Brian. So, and my real brother, Brian, of course. But anyways, the run was pretty rough, but I got it done. And I'm feeling okay now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight, but hopefully I'll do something, man. I was laughing because I'm going to jump into a little bit of politics here for a minute. I was laughing because you know, the big rift between Elon and Trump. Well, it only took a couple days, and Elon's Elon's backpedaling big time, which I kind of felt like he was. My belief is it was all a show. This is just my opinion. I think it was all put on by Trump and Elon. They were working together to make it seem like they were fighting and to appease all the Trump haters that were pissed at Elon and taking out their, immature frustration, anger on everybody's Teslas. I think it was a plan by Elon and Trump to get them people to stop doing that. That's what I think it was all about, really. Because it just didn't seem right to me how Elon just flipped like that. It just did not. My gut was telling me it's not sincere. It wasn't real. It was all a show. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what was the show all about? Well, people were mad at Elon, and he wanted to get them to not be so mad at him and taking that bullshit out on innocent people's cars. And you know what? I think it worked. I don't think people are doing that shit anymore. But now that he's reconciled with Trump, they might go back to doing it again. So I don't know. But whatever the reason is, I'm personally glad that Trump and Elon are, burying the hatchet and getting back together, and hopefully can work together and just be cool with each other, because, I like both of them. That's why I was really pissed when Elon was freaking out like that. And, I kind of figured that he really wasn't pissed at Trump. The one thing that threw me off a little bit was him saying that shit about Trump with Epstein. That threw me off a little bit, but that could have been just part of the show where maybe they just took it a little too far. You know what I mean? Unintentionally, they didn't realize that might have been a little too much. But you know what? They might have did that part on purpose too, just to make it really seem like Elon was pissed at Trump. And you know what? Hopefully it did work, because that was really bullshit, people doing that to people's Teslas, man. That was really, really low for people to do that. I mean, that's like bottom feeder fucking low life shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, PG-13. But, so we'll see. Last night, I was laying in bed, and I can hear some protests going on from my bedroom window over there, a few blocks over. And so I was laying there listening to it, and I was like, oh man, this is getting kind of close to home here. And all of a sudden I heard like flashbangs. And no more than like 5 minutes after those flashbangs I heard, I didn't hear the people anymore. There was like honking and yelling, and like a bunch of fireworks going off. You could tell the difference between the flashbangs and fireworks. There's a big difference. So right after those flashbangs went off, it went silent, man. It was over. No fireworks, nothing, all night. I mean, it was quiet. It was bizarre. I remember laying there in my bed going, man, I don't even hear any cars. I don't hear no trains. I don't hear no airplanes. It was literally like I was in the desert. There was no sound, man. It was bizarre. It went from like protest sounding, noisy, super noisy, to just like silent. It was a trip, man. So it mellowed out, got squashed real quick, which I'm glad it did, because it was making me realize, man, most of California is Mexican, dude. I mean, really. And if shit really went off, I am totally screwed. Like, I am so outnumbered and surrounded for a long ways. It would be hard for me to get out of Orange County without getting noticed, that like white boy, I would have to like cover myself up if I ever had to skate out of town when, protests erupt all over the place, and I was kind of worried that might happen, that these protests erupt all over Orange County and I'd get trapped, I actually did start to worry a little bit, because when I start hearing that, you know, I know shit can get crazy real quick, man. And, you know, I don't want that. Not especially the area where I'm at, dude. Like, that whole area is the hood, man. And it's nothing but Hispanics around there. And I started feeling a little trapped. But luckily, you know, after those flashbangs, it just went away, man. So, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna get home, jump on the news, and see what's going on. I know there's some shit still going on in LA, and it seems like some stuff's still popping off a little bit in Orange County, but they seem to be able to get it under control really quick, which is a good thing. And you know, I was talking to my bro, a friend of mine earlier, and you know, he's actually Hispanic. And he's like, you know what, man, this is really, this shit wouldn't be happening if Joe Biden didn't let all these mobs in of illegals from Mexico. This wouldn't even be happening. This is all happening because of Joe Biden, man, and what he did, open the borders like that. You know, you can't just open the borders and let mobs, like millions of illegals in, man. Like, literally, like, you know, there's power in numbers, man. And he let so many illegals in, they literally can mob the cities, man, and overwhelm the cities and take over, you know. And that's why Trump's response is so heavy-handed, you know. And he knows this. He knows what Joe Biden did. And you know what? Most people with common sense know what Joe Biden did, too. And you know what? In my opinion, that old bastard should be locked up in prison. Same with Gavin Newsom, because they definitely are not, they're traitors, man. They're not working for this country. They're working for illegals. And I don't understand how they don't get arrested and locked up for what they've done. They're causing damage, death, injuries to people. It's all their fault, you know. It's not Trump's fault. He's just doing his job, man. That's all he's doing. He's doing what he was elected to do. And that's why he was elected, because of what Joe Biden did by opening them borders for that long. I mean, he really screwed the pooch, man. He needs to be locked up. I would say Pelosi, too, and all those scoundrels. They're criminals, man. They're corrupt pieces of crap. So anyways, kind of getting off topic a little bit. But the run was good. I'm like scatterbrained here, I know. But it is what it is. Everything's good. I'm running out of daylight here. Plus it's getting a little nipply out. The cloud cover's coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Get back to the pad and figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do some guitar playing. I've been really feeling good about my guitar playing lately, actually. It seems like I'm better on guitar sober than I was when I was screwed up on drugs and alcohol. So I've been feeling pretty good about my progress on guitar, you know. And it's a never-ending thing, so there's always going to be improvements on that. But I do feel good about what I'm hearing on my recordings. And hopefully they'll just keep improving. And you know, I'm not doing these recordings for any kind of, you know, showing off or nothing like that. I'm just doing them for myself because I actually like the way I sound when I play. I like the emotions and the mood that it gives me. And you know, if someone else gets any kind of enjoyment out of it, out of those, you know, recordings, my playlist, that's just like bonus, you know. That of course that makes me feel good if someone else can enjoy some of those, you know, recordings. They're not the highest quality, but they still sound pretty cool. You get the idea, you know. But I'm thinking about, you know, now that I'm getting some of my chops back, I'm gonna get into a different like style, more maybe rock or metal type playlist going. So we'll change it up. I got quite a few songs, mellow, chill, baby making songs in that one playlist. So maybe I'll start changing it up and change the mood a little bit more, you know, higher tempo. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So you know what to do. Stay tuned for what else. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll figure it out when that time comes. So y'all have a fantastic evening. We'll check you later. See ya.